Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a dire warning about the conditions on the ground in Syria, telling a Senate committee that the country could collapse within a matter of weeks or could plunge into a civil war, he said, of epic proportions. Now, this warning comes just after Rubio met with top officials from Syria during his visit to the Middle East last week alongside President Trump, who had met with Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Sharaa, and agreed to temporarily waive sanctions on the country. Rubio defended Trump's decision to temporarily waive sanctions and told members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee that Congress might have to take additional steps to stabilize Syria and that other countries in the Middle East and in Europe might have to as well. He said that if Syria collapses, it will be devastating for the region and hark back to what had happened over a decade ago when Syria plunged into a civil war in the aftermath of the Arab Spring uprising, which had sparked a migrant crisis that impacted the Middle East and Europe. And Rubio basically said that this is a really important opportunity to help get Syria back on track and to pull it away from Iran and Russia. Now, we talked to several members of Congress that had traveled to Syria last month and met with al-Sharaa, and they said that al-Sharaa seemed really keen on trying to mend ties with the United States and with the West. There's obviously a lot of skepticism about al-Sharaa because of his past affiliations with al-Qaeda and with Islamic extremism, but these members of Congress seemed to be somewhat reassured by some of the actions he has taken during his brief time as the leader of Syria, including by bringing a Christian into his cabinet. They also noted that al-Sharaa said he was open to potentially joining the Abraham Accords and normalizing relations with Israel. There are obviously a lot of big things that they would have to work out, such as the Golan Heights, Israel's activities, military activities in Syria, and other issues like that. But they said it was pretty optimistic to hear something like that from the leader of Syria. Al-Sharaa, again, has only been in charge of Syria for just a matter of months now. Bashar al-Assad's regime had collapsed in December, and al-Sharaa had kind of unified the various factions within Syria just about a few weeks ago, but it's widely regarded as a pretty tenuous situation. So top Trump administration officials are really keen on trying to stabilize the country.
For more stories just like these, be sure to subscribe to the New York Post right here on YouTube.